Yeah, he kicks Spruce
Yeah.
All right, we'll get right into it. This episode is going to be 2 threats combined with the 6 threats and higher, because there's just not a lot of each category. So, all right, we'll start with 2 threats. We got 2 threat widow. I don't know. Someone want to take this? Dean's played widow. I played widow, but I'll give it to Dean.
Yeah.
I like this model. I think that she's sort of lost a little bit of favor here recently, but uh, I think that goes with like which Avengers team is in vogue at the moment. Because I do think things like Okoye are a little better in Steve, but I think like when I played lots of Sam, Widow's great. She just runs around and she's annoying. Sometimes you spike her staggers, which is really cool. So I mean, I think Widow's. I think a lot of the 2 threats are probably going to be in the B tier for me, and I think Widow fits right there. If you want one in your roster and she's affiliated, you should put her in there. I think with the Toad nerfs and the Bullseye nerfs, like she's just a little bit better because now Toad's not as good at sort of. He doesn't also have the displacement, so the Toad nerf is actually a buff to her. So I'd probably put her in B tier and be just fine with it.
Yeah, I don't got much to say about her either. I mean, she's been around since the beginning of time. She's never had to change. I think she's a solid character. She moves long. She plays objectives really well. She's affiliated with Avengers, which helps a lot. So Avengers don't need to find a 2 threat that's not affiliated. They have one, so it's awesome. Her spender can be annoying sometimes. If I remember correctly, does it auto stagger? I don't remember. Off
She
the
has
top
to
of my
deal
head.
damage on
That's
the
what it
four
is.
dice.
On the 4 dicer. Yeah, there you go. I promise you, bro. Every time she's done it to me, it's happened. So I think it's awesome. It just works on me. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm staggered. That's awesome.
I mean, I've watched Deaton roll double mixed techniques and to get 2 staggers before.
Yeah.
I think it was against Sooner, and Sooner had an aneurysm.
It was awesome. I
Oh god, I wish I was there for that game.
it was literally like my only out. It's like one of those moments where like, you just have to roll dice. I don't know.
Roll
we're
dice,
playing-
baby. Yep.
And I think it was through one of them was through a Crimson Dynamo, and I like got the elite.
Yeah.
It was so good. It was a blast.
No, yeah, dude. Sooner was he was real salty.
Yeah,
It was-
oh man, I wish I was there for that one. Jesus.
It was good times. That was in the lead up to WTC, I think, years
That was
ago.
a while ago. Yeah, I'm a 2 threat widow enjoyer. I played her a lot years ago when Malekith was broken because I was playing Avengers. I still am like slightly annoyed that Toad is still better than her. Like,
Yeah.
I wish he had a reason to like be played over Toad.
Yeah.
Like even with Toad's nerfs, we'll get to him later. But like, Toad's range to interact is just kind of OP.
It really
And,
is.
like, I wish they like gave her something else just to compensate because I feel like Toad's like as weak as he can be while remaining the thematic pieces. Like AMG clearly wants him to have range to interact and slippery. So like with those things in mind, he basically is like as shitty as he can be.
Mm-hmm.
So like I don't know. I wish Widow just had something else. Like maybe you make her gunshot better. Maybe put like some status conditions on her range to attack or the gun or something. Make the gun a gainer. Even that wouldn't make it better. I don't think. I think she's good. Like I put her in B tier, but I wish she had a little something extra.
I wish she had more to
Okay.
do than like double walk somewhere most turns because like when you're staggering things it's fine, but like most of the time you are just running around and playing musical chairs, and because she's like Mike said filling the same scenario area that Toad is, like it's often
Dude.
just better to run him at a splash level. Like it's just not a question, right? So
Would it be broken if they gave her drop the extract where you want when she dies for like 2 power?
I don't think so.
that would be pretty cool.
That'd be really cool, actually. I mean, well, yeah.
sick.
I mean, it'd be sick. I mean, would it be broken? I don't think. I mean, the grunts do that now, right? And the grunts are they? I mean,
Yeah,
grunts
do that
suck.
now. Grunts are easier to kill,
Yeah.
obviously, but like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever, it's not happening. But I wish she had a little extra to her
Yeah.
because I just don't see I don't think she competes with Toad still, unless she's infection.
Right.
That I completely agree with.
That I agree with too.
Yeah. So I'm gonna put her in B because I like her and I think she's good. But
Yeah.
if Toad didn't exist, people would play a lot of her.
I think so too.
Um,
I agree with that.
Okay. Okoye. Man, Okoye kicks ass, dude. Okoye is insane. I need to be talked down putting her in S tier.
I almost okay. I have her in A tier at the moment. She's close to S again. And I don't know what's happened. Is it the crisis? I mean, I don't know. Like, if people just gotten better with her, like, because there was a time frame where Okoye was just non-existent right after her nerfs and all that stuff, and deservedly so. We all thought she was
I
worse.
think people realize that you don't really need to grab something with her. So, like, the loss of the power gain and the gainer is not that big of a deal.
Yeah, and I think that's what happened, and she went back to normal. She went back to Okoye blocking everything. This is my opinion. If you put Okoye in the hands of Curtis, who rolls defense dice like better than anybody on the planet, she's like S plus plus. No, man. I mean, I don't know, dude. I'm serious. Like, I mean, if you're really good at rolling defense dice, man, she's just unkillable, dude. She's so hard to kill. But I think she's just A, honestly. I don't think she's S. Not anymore. You know what I mean? The changes that happened to her with, not having a gainer, right? And she was able to reroll on attack and defense back in the day, if I remember correctly. And now it's just defense, right? If I remember.
Yeah.
Off the top of my head. Yeah, so, I mean, yeah, she's just A tier. I mean, she's just solid, man. She's a great go-to. She's great in power affiliations that funnel her power. I mean, go down the list. I mean, A-Force. She can play in Inhumans if you want to, right? Pass her power. She's got Bodyguard. Of course, in affiliation with Wakanda. Who else are you going to take, right? Like, she's solid there, too. Yeah, man. I mean, I loved her. I love her. I love her play design. I love her design. I love what they did with her. I mean, I'm happy that she's back, right? Because I was sad when they I wasn't sad when they nerfed her. I just thought it was a little much, right? But I mean, I've been proven to be wrong ever since, man. She's great. I think she's a solid A tier character, man. She's good.
Dayton?
I think she's A tier, and I mostly think that because while I think bodyguards are incredibly strong, I do think that she does have, like, she puts weird constraints on your lists in that you don't want to be picking up with her, so you're taking a model that's like not contributing in that aspect of the game early, which is painful. But I also just don't think there's an S tier 2. I don't think Okoye belongs in every single list. The way that we've seen these S tier 2s in the past, I think she actively doesn't make sense in some of those lists. And so I think that's what truly stops it for me, is that her defensive game plan is the best you can get by far, but I don't think she crosses that line to where if you're not looking for that, and she's not all arounder enough to sort of push. I do think that some of the places where she's good, she's almost egregiously good, but I don't know that she crosses that S tier line for me.
Okay. I could buy that. I do think maybe her resurgence lately has been the fact that power leaderships are really good right now in the meta, or just like in the game state.
Yep.
Like Charles, Steve one. Well, I play She-Hulk, but that She-Hulk, she's in faction Wakanda. And Inhumans. Those are the ones. Yeah.
Humans, yeah.
I also think the crisis change making the games faster helps her become more useful. Because
when the game was super slow, she just died, and then you killed whatever she was protecting anyway.
Right. Now you have to really think about, if you're the opponent, you have to go into her ineffectively at some point. You just don't have a choice, right? So her bodyguard sort of is magnified in impact. So I think that helps her quite a bit, even beyond some of the power leaderships potentially. If she can bodyguard the key attack on round 2 or 3, she's pretty good.
Yeah. All right. We'll put a coin in A tier. I think she's fantastic. Okay. Rocket. Man, I don't see Rocket a whole lot, man. He doesn't feel super great on these crises. Like, he was a Map B character, and now he feels kind of whatever. I don't know. Anybody played Rocket
Yeah,
lately?
I've seen some games recently with Spicy Isaac. I think he was splashing Rocket in his foes list a couple times, and it was all right. It was nothing to write home about, right? It wasn't amazing. It was just him popping shots. But yeah, I mean, you talked about it, right? Like the gun line is kind of like non-existent right now. Um, and no one's really playing Guardians that much these days. So I mean, when would you ever bring him in, right? Um, I, I still think he's pretty good. It's just I think right now it's just not his time to shine, right? Like if they do a rotation next year, maybe it changes, or maybe something drastically changes with Guardians and they get a new leadership or something. Maybe they get something fresh that's different, um, and maybe he just shines then. Um, I I think he's like B. I have him at like B minus right now, close to C.
I
I
I
just
think the
don't. It's tough to gauge him. It's really hard to gauge him right now.
I think the issue with a lot of the twos is going to be that by being a two threat, you have to be really, really bad to not be solid in your faction just as a math piece.
Mm-hmm.
There's one two threat I'm looking at who rises to that occasion, or sinks to that level, to me. And I think Rocket, like, his absence, he's not good enough to be splashed
Mm.
in most places. You might see him in some niche lists. But if you're playing Guardians, like, you can play Rocket and feel just fine about it. So I think it's going to be hard for most of them to be lower than Bs just by nature of what they are. So I think
Mm-hmm.
that makes it hard to evaluate some of these guys.
Yeah. Okay. I think we could put Rocket in B. I think that's fair.
I'm good
Bullseye
with that.
nerf helps him a lot because he's like way farther range than Bullseye now.
Right.
Yeah. All right. I don't really have much else to say about Rocket. He used to really frustrate me, but I'm happy people don't play him.
Yeah.
Playing against the stupid Thanos, Rocket, Groot, Star-Lord team was so toxic.
Very. Very tilting. Very toxic.
I'm
It
happy,
was bad
happy it's
times.
gone. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. Nebula. I played a bunch of Nebula. I love Nebula. I think she's great. I don't think she's higher than B tier. She feels a little harder to play now because every model feels like it needs to be playing scenario kind of. That being said, Nebula punches really hard, and if you can unlock skulls with her, like Shadowlands or Red Skull or something, which just like decimates things. Yeah, I don't have much to say about Nebula either. That I think she's good.
Grant, I don't know if this would help, but I really wish she was Black Order affiliated, man. Not that it would
Yeah,
help. Not
that would
you
be
know
that would be pretty fair.
that'd be cool, right? Like then maybe they get a two threat that can maybe they'll see play. I don't know. I'm just taking a guess. Like I it just makes me upset that she's not there. I mean yeah, she's got the reroll all and can extract hunt, right? But she can't score out the game at all. So it kind of hurts right now, and you need to score points playing the game right now. But overall, I mean, her kid is still good. I mean, she one shots people. She can be pretty nuts and can heal herself, right? So like, but yeah, it's just kind of, yeah. But yeah, no, I don't think she's lower than a B either. I think she's good. Like, not much to say about her outside of that.
Do you have anything to add about
Good.
Nebula?
Good with a B.
Yeah, I'm a Nebula fan. All right. Wong. I'm throwing this to Dean. I don't know where to put Wong.
Wong is an A tier model. Wong is
Oh, you better not
yes,
say that.
100%.
Alright.
Oh my
Wong-
god.
I can
Wong-
buy it. I can buy it.
hold on.
But I
Wong
just
is
don't know where.
everything that Okoye is, except where he impacts the game is different. So Okoye has a critical moment where she has to show up, and when she does, you win the game. Wong accelerates what your list is doing, and keeps things healthy throughout the game. He is one of the this to me. The way this list is going to break down is if you're an A, you're a splashable 2. If you're a B, you're not a splashable 2. Wong is absolutely a splashable 2. He will beat out your affiliated models. Or if you don't have one, he's one of the first things you reach for some very specific lists. Like Web Warriors run Wong. And I think that even when Spider Ham comes out, like Spider-Ham's going to have to do a lot to displace someone like Wong because of what he does for that list. I think Wong is by definition, he's the top in faction because most factions don't have multiple twos. But I do think he is often splashed because giving someone a power on turn 1 is incredibly, incredibly strong.
Yeah, I can buy it. Wong is definitely splashed a lot, that's for sure.
He is. But okay, so let me put it like this, man. Like, I haven't seen. I'm sorry, I have not been. Listen, I understand why you put him in A tier, and I get it, and it makes sense. I'm not going to argue that point. It's just every game I see him in, I don't. Did he affect the game much? I mean, yesterday he did when he played against Zach. Like, he got the heal off of me once or twice, but we all know that's like a niche thing that happens every once in a while. Sometimes Wong just sits on the back point, does nothing.
No, dude, Wong was legit that game. He gave straight.
That's what I said. Yeah, that's what I mean. Yesterday, but in general, that's not the case. We know that's true. We know that's not the case. So yeah, he does his whole turn 1 thing where he turns something on, and someone can have a really effective turn. But when things are out of hand, the map's a little spread out. I've never seen him do anything past that. He'll just sit in the back point and just sit there.
I do think Wong has the, to steal a phrase, shitbag problem, where, throughout the game, he's not going to maybe be the most actively impactful character, right? He's enabling other characters. He's a support model. Mm-hmm. Whereas even Okoye, typically is going to fire off 2 Fordice attacks that can spike. Right. Wong's not going to do that unless you're me and you take Strange down. But I mean, you say, right? But Wong's punch is the same thing as his meditate here most of the time. But I think that aspect of Wong can be very hard to reconcile. But there are lots of times in games where I'm like, oh, I need to remove a stagger. Oh, I want to give, I want to turn on my web lines. Like, how many games have people lost to Web Warriors because Gwen's able to turn 1, walk, web line, walk, and now you're down a point and you can't come back. Like, Wong won you that game, even if he did it with Gwen. Mm-hmm. And the rest of his activations don't have to be anything. They can just be that, and you won the game because of Wong. So for me, I don't like that. He's hard to evaluate because of his nature as a support model, but I think that it's absolutely something where when he accelerates your list, he does that in such a way that wins you games.
Mm-hmm. I don't
know. Phil and I practiced for WTC last year, and Phil played webs, and because we need to figure out where Wong was going to go, because he was our most contested model across the team. And awesome. We basically concluded that webs need to have him, because Gwen is kind of a different. She's definitely just a different model with Wong, like Deaton said, and that's kind of what we found out.
Yeah, I mean, put it like this: I don't have him as a C or D tier model. I'm not crazy, right? I have him as a B tier model, and like I said, I mean, it's rare. I mean, he's easy to take down. It's not hard. There are just too many games where I've seen where he doesn't do his heal thing or remove stagger thing ever, or if he does it, it's once and it doesn't matter. And it's that's a wasted activation. That's my issue. That's why I don't think he's an A tier model. I think he's B. But
no, I think I gotta agree with Deaton. He gets splashed in webs, he gets splashed in Asgard.
No, yeah, I mean the splashing.
He's played in all of his factions.
Yeah, I'm just talking more gameplay. In the game, is he Toe that's gonna run to a corner and win the game? When he has an extract? Is he Okoye that's gonna bodyguard?
No, but he does something different. Deaton.
No, I know. Yeah, he's playing a totally different game. I get it. But once we all know that plan can go away, right?
Well,
I mean, sure. Toad can get one shot and do nothing, right?
So, yeah. No, I know, but I don't know. I'm outvoted, but I think he's B. But A is I don't know.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I gotta put Wong. I gotta agree with Deaton. No, I gotta put Wong in A.
The great Discord debate will solve this for us. We'll hear about why this is wrong or right.
Oh, they'll agree with you guys. They hate me.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go on to Bullseye. So Bullseye got nerfed. I think for me, old Bullseye would have been A. I don't think old Bullseye even was S. I think he was just good.
Yeah, it was good.
So I haven't really played new Bullseye. He feels significantly worse. Like playing against him, I'm like, oh, he just like can't attack me a lot of the time. I feel like he's kind of in the B tier now.
I agree with that. I think he's.
B-tier, yeah.
I think I'm looking like even like playing him in Kingpin. Like you're looking for a lot of reasons. Like I'm looking for reasons to play Bullseye, whereas before, like I was like, oh, I kind of want this thing, and now he's there like the other two threats to make math work. So yeah, I think his nerf was appropriate and good. I'm glad it happened, but I do think it took him out of that top tier of stuff.
Yeah, it's just really hard for Bullseye to like contribute any kind of damage and not die.
Right.
Which I think is perfectly fair. But he was way too safe before.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I just don't. I think he's just fine. He's just a good model now. He's just like a dude.
Yeah, I think it was a good nerf though. I mean, it didn't hurt him. I mean, it hurt him, but not not significantly. He's still pretty, proactive. I mean, I saw Utility Cookie play him the other day, and I was like, oh, he's, still pretty good, man. Not, it hurts, but he's still there. He can still do some stuff. So yeah, he's a B tier. I always had him as A. I don't know why people thought he was S, or if anyone ever mentioned that. Like he was just always A for me, and now he just went down to B, and it's like, okay, he's still effective.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think old Bullseye broke the game. I think he was just A. Like he was just splashed a lot everywhere. I think like the only two threats were old Toad and old Okoye that were in S, and neither of those exist anymore. So, whatever.
Yeah.
All right, we'll move on to Toad.
My favorite frog.
Does Toad still exist in S? I don't know.
Yes. I'm sorry. He's not what he was, but he is the most played model in the game still. It's unreal.
Yeah.
I don't know that he should be that, but like this is a meta tier list conversation, and like this is the most splashed model in the game, and being nerfed has not changed that fact. I don't want Toad to be S tier, but like people just play Toad. He's the preeminent scoring model in the game because of his nature as a two threat and what Mike talked about earlier. Mm-hmm. You can grab at range 2 and you can fall back every time you're punched. Like it's a combination that at 2 points is going to be S tier, and while his front side nerf is the health thing is like he's more likely to get one shot. He's got buildings that can be thrown. So good job. Getting health on the backside means he's still relevant. I think the push is a big nerf. Like I think that power level wise, maybe mechanically, he's definitely like a layer down. But like if we're talking about his position in the meta, he's splashed all the time. 100%. He's the most played model in the game. It's ridiculous.
I know what they should do. They should make Widow 5-4 health. 2-threat Widow. Give her 5 health. That'd be sick.
I like that actually.
That's her buff.
There you go. If they ever do it, yeah, hell yeah, dude, I'll take that.
She's got to stand farther up, and it's more incentive to drive, which is like what old Toad used to do.
Yeah, no, it's true. You're right about that.
Whatever, but yeah, Toad, yeah, he's still everywhere. Like this, like range to interact and slippery is just overpowered on 2-threat. Like it is what it is.
I mean, yeah, when I say he's the most played model, I think I shared this with you guys, but the person who runs Jarvis, he put up a list of the most added models in the game in the last 30 days. So post nerf, the most added model to all your rosters in Jarvis is Toad. He is.
Yeah, and it was like by a lot too. Like wasn't he in like 800 something rosters or something, like added that many times?
Yeah, it was like a ridiculous amount of rosters. Here, let me while you guys talk about him, I'll look it up here.
Yeah, Toad's just overpowered, man. Like he just has like broken abilities like range to interact and slippery. And then he just has like a bunch of nice to have things like finders keepers and hop and his spender. Um, yeah, he's in good factions. Like yeah, he's just I don't know.
Yeah. So the nerf did hit him pretty well. He still is S tier because, like you guys just mentioned, I was surprised. I really thought you're all gonna go for A plus, something like that. S tier. Yeah. No, it's where I put the guy. I mean, I love playing him. I have a blast. I don't know. Everyone else is like, man, this guy. Me, I just enjoy. I'm having a good time. You do have to be a lot more careful now, though. I mean, he has been one shot a few times when I go up for a steal. What I mean by that is, I don't know if anybody doesn't know this, like, unlike the B extracts or whatever, he can double move and grab their back one, or on an F, he can grab their back one. I've been known to do that. I still do it because I just don't care because he's Toad, and it's like, you still got to hit me, right? Um, so yeah, no, he's just really good, man. The range 2 thing is just insane. He can interact on secures too. People don't know that. I mean, some people don't know that. They're like, yeah, I could just pay to flip it within 2 and just call it a day and keep moving. Um, Solid, man. I don't know. I have a good time with him. The other thing is too, like, I understand they reduced his health by 1, but they added 1 on his injured side, so he still has 8 health total, which is what he had originally. So the plus 1 health on his injured side is kind of funny because he kind of survives now, and I'm like, oh, okay, it is what it is. Um, but yeah, man, no, I mean, I think he'll forever be an S tier character because of those 2 things. So finders, the getting away and the range to interact.
Yeah, yeah. AMG doesn't seem to want to modify those because that's just what their vision for Toad is. So it is what it is.
I do think that part of the thing is Toad got buffed with the scenario changes.
That's true
So
too.
so like he got a buff right before he got nerfed. And so I think as long as scoring is what it is in this current crisis pack, Toad will be the preeminent thing to reach for. Um
Yeah,
and
if we ever
so
found ourselves on like Demon's Researcher again, Toad is terrible.
right. So I think that's the way you engage with that in a different, like, that's the way you nerf Toad from now on, is you change how often he can be played. And right now we are in a very fast game. So
Yeah, true. Uh, the nerf was good though. I'm happy his displacement's gone. Obviously, the health change is relevant because I can kill him with size 4 terrain now pretty easily in round 1, which is good.
yeah,
All right,
I liked it.
Bob. I'm a large Bob enjoyer. I think Bob is very underrated. And in fact, I played Bob in the last pre-crisis change, like in the Thor Thanos meta. I played him over Bullseye because I did play Bullseye for a while, and I found that Bullseye would just like I wouldn't want to activate him, and then he would die. Like I'd activate, my Zemo or not Thanos, Zemo or Red Skull or something, and then they'd kill Bullseye. Whereas like Bob, they daze him, and he could be dazed eternally, and it's fine. And it was incredibly useful for that. And then he's just always injured, so Desecree was cool with him, but yeah, I just found that never having to like protect his activation was incredibly useful. And then sometimes Hydra Tactics just like catches people out. Like they're just like you just move across the table with Hydra Tactics, and they're just like, oh, I guess I lose now.
Yep.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. So I'm gonna advocate for Bob and B tier. I think he's quite good. I mean, he's good. Like I don't. A lot of people would say he's trash, but I think he's definitely good.
No, I think he's good, man.
And he's won me games easily. I've
Yeah,
like won game off like a Dark Rain rocket. That, like killed 3 models. Yeah, I don't know if did I ever say that story on the cast. Maybe it was like the first squad goals. I was against Johnny, and we were on intrusion. I had Bob go through a portal, and he successfully go through the portal, placed next to Gwen on the middle portal. She had like 2 health left or something. Brace is gone, and I like popped Dark Rain and shot a rocket at Proxima, who was like full health injured, and I think his Black Cat was on 2 health next to Proxima, so I rerolled into like a gajillion successes with Dark Rain rocket, into Proxima and she died. Before damage did 2 damage to Cat, she died, and then he was forced to throw Bob into Gwen because the angle was like base to base, and then she died. And I was like, God, this character's good.
Yeah, dude, your story made me do that to somebody at Adepticon this year when I was playing Cabal, like just doing scrambles and stuff like that. And he jumped out of his seat. He's like, Chewie, I know what you're doing. This is really cool. Please pull it off. That's all he told me. I like did the same thing I placed right in front of his characters where the throw was guaranteed to kill him.
Yep.
And he was like, just go for it. I was like, all right, cool. So that is one of the coolest plays ever. Yeah, man, he's good, man. I mean, he's affiliated to a Cabal, like, and you need that, you know. On top of that, he always stays on the board. That's huge. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you play a really solid game, he never really leaves the table, and like he can affect the game at some point in the game, right? Like that's huge. I think he does take a little bit of piloting and practice, because he could be easily dealt with, right? If you put him in bad situations, but if you take your time with him and always play safely and threaten the rocket at all times, he's gonna be effective and win you some games. Like that's for sure. Like, I don't have anything bad to say about him, man. He's very thematic with the stupid rocket. I'm always imagining like just him just blowing himself back. It's very fun.
Yeah, it's Looney Tunes, dude.
It's Looney Tunes, bro. Like, yeah. I don't know. I don't know what you got to say about him, Dean.
I've always liked Bob as an early Hydra player. Robert really he's fun. I mean, anybody with Hydra tactics is probably pretty cool at the very least. So, yeah, I'm good with Bob in B tier, and I've lost to stupid rocket shenanigans more than once. So,
yeah, dude, Desticree, Red Skull leadership rocket on the injured side is crazy stuff. I think I've like one tap Bill, I've one tap Rhino, like.
It's
a good time rolling. What is it? A 13 dice rocket with reality gem, and you're just like kaboom, goodbye.
Yeah, just watching them explode, dude. It's great.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Well, last two threats, Honey Badger. I think Honey Badger is awful.
Yep.
Oh no, she's absolutely terrible.
I'm unsure if she should be in the bottom tier, but I almost want to put her there. Like,
I'll put her there.
Terrible.
100% put her there. I can't find a reason to. Well, we all know the reason why we can't play her in APOC. We have Toad. Discussion there. But besides that, she just does nothing. And there's characters that do her job better, which is like the taunt that she does. And yeah, she can reduce your dice by 1, but then you got to be within 1. She's easy to kill. She can't score. She does nothing. Like, she's just a model that sits there. I know she had a time to shine in like the Map B days for a little bit, but even there, like I saw her just when it's time to I need to score a point or two or whatever, she can't, and then she just doesn't do anything, and I'm really disappointed in her design. There's nothing else I could say about her. I'm very, very disappointed with her. And just I don't know. They need to do something.
This character
with her
was built around exceptional healing, and that card's gone.
Yeah. Because I really do like her mechanic with X-23, the whole moving around thing. I think that's really cool.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's fun. It's just, why play her? Like, she's, it's gross. I don't know, man.
Here's how you buff Honey Badger. You make Jonathan cost 0.
Ooh. Okay. All right. Yeah, you get a free token out there and that can score. Yeah, sure. Why not? Yeah. That way she can affect the game somehow, right? Score you a point, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
But whatever. I think.
Yeah.
I've played Honey Badger, and I just like the model just doesn't do anything, man. She just dies.
Yep.
It's like she maybe takes one attack and dies, like, and that's the end of it. Never scores points. Where like Okoye scores points and takes more attacks, like, and can shoot from range 4. Like.
Right. I don't know.
She's the Indiana Jones like swordsman thing as a model. Like she jumps through all these hoops to do cool shit and then she's dead. That's just what it is. Like
it's just what it is. And here's the thing:
set
if
up
anybody
all these sweet plays of like her being, I'm gonna lower your defense, and it's like Okay, I'll just kill her before she has an impact. I don't think I've ever been scared of this model.
Never. And here's the thing: if anybody mentions anything that without the scoring thing between her and Nebula, let me tell you the difference between her and Nebula. Nebula can kill characters. That's something. Okay, that's something. So if someone goes and points that out in the comments somewhere, okay, I gotcha. Okay, because Nebula can kill characters, Honey Badger cannot. Okay, that's the difference between those two. So it's even worse on Honey Badger because she can't even do that. So that's my rant.
Yeah. Yeah, Honey Badger feels really bad. I know there's some people that are going to be in a large disagreement, but like I've yet to see this model do anything. Like not even me
Correct.
playing her, just like other people playing her. She doesn't do anything.
Nope.
Why,
And there was an argument with Exceptional, but now that's gone.
why is she not a new mutant?
Yeah,
That's another thing.
That's
I don't
Jesus
know.
Christ. I don't know, dude. She'd be
I don't know
overpowered
either.
to survive the night. Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe that's the reasoning behind it. Sure.
No. Yeah. I think this is the clear like. She's the one of these models that when you see her affiliations, you still sometimes don't see her. Like it's rare to see her. I would be surprised to see Honey Badger in a lot of lists, and I would not be surprised to see any of the other two threats in their home. So whether it's edged out of affiliation or you want to say she probably needs changed if that's the case, then fine. But yeah, she bad.
Yeah, I think I'm willing to put her in the bottom tier because Exceptional's gone. Like this character just doesn't really function anymore.
No.
Okay. All right, it's Kaiju time, boys.
Let's go. This is what we waited for.
Started off with Sploosh's favorite character, Hulk.
S tier. Throw his big dumb green.
Hulk is not S tier.
Come on, man.
Hulk is stupid, but he's not S tier. So
I think
I don't. Go ahead, Mike.
let Deaton talk.
Okay, yeah.
I think just as a course of like what these models are, if you have an S tier kaiju, they will be in every list. And Hulk is not in every list. So there's a reason he's not in every list, and I don't think it's because he's S tier. He's very good. He's probably a little over in his efficiency, but I think he's not played nearly enough with how good he has been historically. It's not like people are shy about playing Hulk. Like, right? It's not like they don't know what Hulk's good at. He's just not played enough because I don't think he's actually an S tier model. I think he's very similar. I like a lot of what I said about Okoye in regards to Hulk, and where like the places where Hulk is good, he's just a nightmare to deal with, and he's very very strong. But I think like Toad, the scenario packet's very relevant to Hulk and his strength.
Yeah, Hulk often requires you to be like 4 wide because he's not a leader. So and his leaders are like 4 threat usually.
Mm-hmm.
So he requires you to play 4 models, and that can be very hard to do on the current Crisis set. Yeah. I think there's been more models that have been added to the game that can interact with Hulk. Damage output has increased as time has gone on, which hurts him also. That being said, Hulk does a lot of stupid things. Like, I don't know why his throw costs 2. I hate that he can Gamma Leap on round 1 just with no help. He can do it every faction. I hate that he's a control model. Like, it feels like antithetical to what Hulk is in the comics. And I don't like his 20 health mechanic because it requires you to play extract steals a lot of the time, which I don't think should be incentivized. So that's just like a lot of things. That is why I don't think Hulk is well designed. But I think power level wise, I think he's probably an A. He probably was S at one point. Like during the Malekith days, I think he was S. And I think Hulk's probably just really good. Hulk was like really good at dealing with Malekith. Then he was like bad at dealing with like CGR and stuff. So I don't know. I'm gonna vote for Hulk in A tier.
Yeah, I mean, I'm outvoted. I'm still standing on a limb that the dude is S. Like, You listed all of it. I don't got to say it all over again. I mean, his round one is crazy. He can throw. I mean, he's got a lot of health to put down. Yeah, there's a lot of play around him, but like you're so focused on playing around him that you've kind of almost forget about everything else. And his presence is that effective. Like if you don't deal with him in a certain ways, then he just wins games. Like, I mean, yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying with the whole kaiju thing. Then it'd be like S or whatever and all that. But yeah, I mean, I could understand it. I mean, we could throw him an A. I mean, I still.
Dean, where
I
do you think
hate him
Hulk
so
should go?
much, dude.
I hate Hulk too.
Yeah.
I would put Hulk in A tier for the same reasons we put Toad in S tier. So
Yeah,
his interaction with the packet. But he is like, if there's like a warning zone, Hulk is like the captain of the warning zone, where at any time he can come back and be just unreasonably broken.
Yeah, I hate Hulk's design in this game. And I said why. So
Yeah.
that being said, I don't think he's invincible. He's like very far from it. He's definitely, you can beat the guy, like, but he is strong.
Yep.
All right, we'll move on to Thanos. Okay, so pre-nerf Thanos was S tier. Every version of Thanos was S tier except for the current one. Where does current Thanos live? He's probably B.
Sure.
I've played him a couple times. I've played him once as a splash post nerf and once in Black Order. I actually don't think Splash Thanos is dead. I think the Crisis Packet is killing Splash Thanos right now. I think there's a world where the game slows down again and people start splashing Thanos. Like you could play like I was thinking about tinkering with like Mind Soul Gem. Because Thanos is like, his punch is worse. So like just make him pure support now. So now he just gets fed power from Soul Gem. A lot of models have like stupid 1 power abilities like Shang and Bill and all this stuff. So like he should just get stocked up. So you could literally you're just a Death Decree bot now, and then you have a Mind Gem. So like you stand somewhere, you be tanky, you Death Decree your team always, and then you Mind Gem something. Maybe you punch one guy. Like I think that might have value if the game slows down again. So I'd keep that on the radar. Like that's a splash model. Like even paying for Mind Gem, like I think it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, it totally depends on that. I mean, so here's the thing. Like, we're thinking about them with gems, right? We're not thinking about them without gems, correct?
Gemless Thanos is not even worth talking about.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, so he's just with gems, yeah. I mean, I agree with you. I think with gems, he's still solid in faction. I mean, I was still debating splashing him back in my list with APOC. I was like, dude, I think I should just keep doing it because whatever. But, at that point in time, I didn't realize where the game was headed. You know what I mean? Like with the changes and all that stuff. Like I was like, oh, okay, so maybe this doesn't work like it used to before. Because, like you said, the game slowed down, the game sped up, so it's not worth it right now. And the nerfs did really hurt him. Not that he didn't need it. He needed it. The guy was just, disgusting. But yeah, no, he still does his thing, man. He's still hard to kill, right? It's just right now the game doesn't favor him. But yeah, with gems, he's nowhere. There's no way he's a C tier model or anything below that. Like he's definitely B or A, right? Or sometimes S. But yeah, I agree.
No. I think I don't know, Dean. What do you think about Thanos?
I mean, I have to stay. I haven't even seen him on the table, and he can rest in the grave for all I care. So. I haven't seen from him. I haven't heard him. It's like, yeah,
that's true. Yeah,
good riddance, you nutsack chinned asshole.
I mean, I agree. I hate Thanos too, but like, I do think he actually has some juice if the crisis change. I don't know what that is.
It would not surprise me if Thanos ended up being something you could still play, just because of the way the kit exists. But I don't know how to rank this guy because I have zero experience with him. So,
all right, I'm gonna put Thanos in B. He's definitely good in his faction, even if his faction is struggling. His faction is literally built around killing things on a low-scoring game, which doesn't exist in the Crisis Packet. So like,
Mhm.
he's just kind of waiting for things to change, in theory. So like, yeah, I'm gonna put Thanos in the mid tier. I don't think he's horror. I don't think he actually is bad. He's just not. He's hard to play. Like it's hard to get value out of him on the current crisis, like in the way
Yeah.
the game is played right now.
Yeah.
Because he can't. He really can't displace enemy characters anymore. He used to like. He used to just like one man a Kingpin team with him.
Mhm.
Now you can't really do that. So he really needs the game to like slow down and you just kill people with Death Decree, which is still an insane ability.
Yeah, it is, dude. Adding
And
all those
like,
dice is insane.
yeah, and he's still really tanky. So like, just being a guy that holds something and stands somewhere has value. So I think, yeah,
So
stock value on Thanos could change.
so the only thing I'll say is that for everybody else that we've said is in the dumps because of the crisis packet that has like materially moved their ranking. So
Okay,
he's probably a C tier model right now.
okay, I
And then
agree.
you
We
can
can
move
move
up.
him down one then. All right,
Don't worry,
That's fair.
community. I won't
Yeah,
let
that's
us.
fine with me.
I won't let us. I won't let us do this today. Not on my watch.
no, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Oh, you're all right, man. Yeah, that's fine with it.
Having fun.
All right, our next three characters are very close to my heart. We're gonna start with Magneto. Okay, man. There's a lot of animosity, I think, towards AMG that Magneto didn't get touched at all this year because he got repackaged. And I think I would defended AMG on it a little bit. And I've played Magneto since then. I don't know, 5-6 games.
Mhm.
And there's definitely some things I'm really frustrated with Magneto. I guess the fact that he really struggles to interact with the game on round one if you don't burn asteroid M is challenging. Models have high physical defense now, so like his collision damage is just not as much as it used to be. He suffers from TOs not putting terrain on tables, which is more common than you would expect. He's weirdly fragile. If you don't have priority to put up refraction, it's horrible. Like you literally just die.
Mhm.
What else? So like, Magneto has a lot of cool ideas. I think his spender is just a giant waste of card space. And you could put things that like add quality of life to him there. And I just like Magneto is such a popular character in the lore, and so many people come to this game wanting to play him. But like to be successful with Magneto, you have to be like a freaking MCP pro. And I just think that is not a good place for a Magneto to exist. So like, I feel like AMG needs to change him so that he has his access to success is like higher. And I guess there's a million ways you could do that, but like he feels like very difficult to pilot to like a satisfactory level, and even then he's not even that good on a bunch of different crises, and like he's eaten a bunch of tangential nerfs with like Deception getting banned and Toad getting nerfed. That it's rough. I don't know. I'll give it to you guys. We've all played a lot of Magneto here, I think.
Oh yeah, bro. I mean, that was my rise to fame, right? Magneto Brotherhood. That was my thing, my jam, my favorite thing to play in the game. I went away from it because I knew what was coming. When Malekith came out, I was like, yeah, they're done with this guy. And ever since then, it's been that way. I'm just being honest. Like the game has moved past him. Like he had his time to shine, and it was that brief period of time period, and a little bit in 2023. About it. He has a lot of weaknesses, right? Like you have to like you just said, you have to pilot him.
Yeah,
Really
he has no immunities either. Like he
has
just
no
gets
immunities,
littered
no.
with a bunch of bullshit conditions that just don't
Yes.
happen to other kaijus.
He's not really a kaiju, right? Like you think he is, but he really isn't. You can stun him, stagger him. I mean, throwing him is like easy work, right? Like outside, he has no other ways to get back into the game. Because back in the day, like he had the broken cards, right? It was climbing gear, all that stuff, right? He had
Yeah,
ways
that's
to help
true.
him
All
out.
those cards got banned also that he
They
played along
all
with.
got banned, right? So like it removed all his tools to help him out. And I think what happened here was that going forward, either they're not thinking about him or whatever the case may be. Because with this new Brotherhood box, we have that card that can move Brotherhood characters. But if you notice, Magneto doesn't move, right? Like
Yeah, it only
he does
moves the
not move.
lackeys.
Right. So they whiffed on that, and they should have given him cards to help him get back into the game. I don't think they understand how crucial it is the minute you throw him and how ineffective he is. And he needs to always be there to be a presence, right? Like a lot of people were doing some comparisons with him and like APOC, right? And if you notice the difference, well, Apocalypse and Affiliation has a way to move himself around, right? So if you throw him, he gets back into the game. He has Famine Hop, right? Mags don't. Max doesn't. Outside Asteroid M, and you have to hold on to that card for dear life for the perfect opportunity to then try to win the game, right? And then that helmet. I mean, I can go on and on about that. I mean, what does remind me? Juggernaut's helmet. He can't be placed or pushed, right? By Mystic.
Yeah, a
Touch,
bunch of
something like
characters
that?
have it now, like MODOK too, and Charles Xavier all have it. It
Yeah,
basically,
and
you can't get pushed by superpower, like pushed or advanced by superpowers. So like you're immune to web lines and bows and stuff like that.
right,
And then you can't be advanced or pushed off of like mystic attacks.
right. And Max doesn't really have that. I mean, outside of him spending 2 power and then he can't, gets it or whatever. But I think
Well,
he should
he
always have
still,
it.
I think he still gets advanced even if he spends the power.
That's
on
right.
attacks.
That's what I'm
Like
missing.
if
Yeah.
Ebony Maw like gainers him and rolls the wild, even if
There
Mags,
you go.
well, Mags wouldn't add dice because he's rolling 6 anyway. He still gets advanced, which is just like a huge lore miss.
It's a very big lore miss, and that's what I was trying to. Yeah, thank you for correcting that because I was missing something there. But yeah, like they haven't really kept up with him. He feels like he should be like an A to B tier model, but I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I think he's a C tier model. He's close to D, like because of how things have changed, and you don't play him, and you don't play him anymore as a leader. Like you move to Mystique now, and even that's sketchy now, right?
Yeah, well, I think Mystique leadership is just not good either.
It's just not good right now. Yeah,
Magneto has a
right?
has a great leader. Magneto has a great leadership.
He does.
Like, I think that's like one of the better parts. That's definitely like a thing on his kit that doesn't need to be touched.
Oh, absolutely. That's phenomenal, right? Like he needs something, either tactics card support to help move around or just something. I don't know what that something is. Obviously fix the helmet, right? That needs to get fixed. But outside of that, he needs other things, right? There's too much counterplay into him right now that really, really hurts him.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like it's weird. I'll let Deaton go in a second. Something I noticed playing Magneto is like whenever I play 4 wide, like I'm not even gonna play him on spread out scenarios, right? Like there's really no reason to.
Mm-hmm.
And then so now that I've locked myself into narrow stuff, now I'm trying to play one narrower than my opponent, so I can hoard priority and I can like go with the Magneto first, and, like get all my rerolls and kill something, and then play refraction. So what ends up happening is any good list just plays the same width as me. Like they go 4 wide also. Now my priority advantage is like in the toilet. And I like don't have refraction up most of the time because I don't have priority or some like I don't have priority consistently. And like it's just so bad. And then yeah, you can just like throw him into the corner and like let like your opponent can keep priority and throw Magneto into the corner of the table because he'll go at some point and like not do anything with his activation, right? Because he's freaking stranded.
Right. Right.
And like his builder is not that insane. Like even at range 2, and I think it's like math wise is like 9 dice physical, which you hear that and you're like, okay, that's insane. The problem is a lot of models have good physical defense is just kind of spread out amongst the game. And then like models like Jane have a 9 dice builder because she's 6 dice, reroll 2, so now you're at 8. Wild throw is almost like another die. So like you're at 9 dice. Namor is 7 dice, right? And like goes through armor. So like that has some value. I know these are good characters, but regardless, like Magneto's builder does not. And God forbid you get skull locked. You're just cooked.
I was gonna mention that when you get skull luck, it's one of the worst feelings on the planet.
Right.
And granted, I will say this though, like I do have locals that like keep asking me like, how do you beat Magneto? Because they go because they know I'm the brother that used to be the brother guy, kind of still am. And I'm like, no, bro, listen, you just throw him and call it a day. He can still like crush some new guys' dreams, right? Because they don't understand what's going on, they don't understand the game yet. But like that's yeah, man, I
That
don't
is
know.
something I've experienced also. Like people
Yeah.
who don't have experience into Magneto have gotten rolled by him,
Mhm.
but like his effectiveness like peters out really
It
high,
does.
like with the
Yeah.
opponent experience. So like he kind of just exists in this space that's just horrible, in my opinion, where like he slaughters new players, but is like hard for new players to play. But he's also
Yes.
like an extremely popular character in the lore, so like he's kind of just doing everything wrong.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. We'll see what happens with him in the future. I don't know. What I really would like to see something, man, because he doesn't deserve to be where he's at right now, in my opinion. It really does piss me off. Um, and piss me off for like what has happened to him over the past like 3 or 4 years. Like I want to go
Yeah,
back
he
to Brotherhood and
feels
just
he
play
feels
nice,
like a
you know?
character that should be very talked about in the game, played a lot. Like I went to bat for Wolverine and Venom in the previous episodes, and Magneto exists in that same space.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll throw it to Deaton. What do you have anything to add about Mags?
He booty. No,
Good one.
I think your point about he's very hard to play is true, and I also took a journey down the Magneto rabbit hole recently, and that was my biggest comparison to some of the other 6 threats and even 5 threats that you'll look at is like my Magneto play has to be way better to get ultimately the same results because he's not good enough at like pointing at a single thing and guaranteeing it dies with like one attack. So it's like he's not killing the world the way an old Malekith would, nor do I think he necessarily should. But like you have to play him in such a way, I think that it's not fair or unfair, but it's not fair to the model.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that when you add in that Magneto design gets worse over the course of the game, like he's one of the few models in the game that is like time dependent on getting value, and so it's like there's just a lot of factors that make him.
And by time dependent, you mean like terrain removing?
Terrain's
like,
going to get removed as the game goes on by you and
as
your
the game goes
opponents.
on. Yeah,
His damage goes down. So there's a lot of factors interacting to just make him harder to play than a lot of other models, and that juice is no longer worth that squeeze.
Right.
Yeah. All right, I said my piece about Magneto.
Yeah.
I feel for the community, and like I said, I defended AMG a little bit, and I don't think I defend them anymore. I think they definitely should go back to the drawing board and reassess where Magneto should exist in this game. So, okay. Moving on to one of my favorite characters, the She-Hulk. So, I love She-Hulk. That being said, she's not perfect. She does struggle at some things. She's another character that's very hard to play, but different than Mags. The juice is worth the squeeze, in my opinion. My biggest gripe with She-Hulk is she doesn't have a lot of the same luxuries that Hulk has, just for seemingly no reason. Like not being stun immune is really annoying, and not having your superpowers online round one also very annoying. I would be fine with it if Hulk didn't have them. Like that would, if you just like stripped those from Hulk, I'd be cool with it. And then her spender's terrible, like Magneto's. It's just erase it from her card. But other than that, she's like, her leadership is fantastic. Her throw is great. She's fast. Bodyguard is amazing. Like she has those rules are amazing. Like she's some of the best rules in the game. And I swear the hardest part of playing She-Hulk is just like playing through tilt of her just taking a gajillion damage randomly. Yeah, if you could just stay calm, then she usually comes through for me. Yeah, she's hard to play. I think there's a lot of people in the community that would like to play She-Hulk. But yeah, she also, like I said, hard to play. Oh man, another big gripe I have with her is she's not flexible in the threat levels. I find that you kind of have to be 19 plus to get Jane and get 5 wide. Not having that feels bad. Really, really wish AMG would put Rogue in faction. She should have been there from the beginning.
Do you think it's
that would help
fair
a
to
lot.
say that She-Hulk feels like a couple small quality of life things
Yeah.
in comparison to Mags, who
Yes.
feels maybe a core problems with him now?
Yeah, Magneto has like fundamental issues at this point. She-Hulk needs a couple tuning things. Like I would like to see Hulk get tuned down. So like if you strip stun immunity from Hulk, I think it's fine to not give it to She-Hulk. If Hulk's going to continue to be stun immune, then I would like She-Hulk to be stun immune.
Yep.
Agreed. So that is my stance on that. I would like her spender to matter. Like right now, it's 5 power, and it requires damage to literally do anything. So it's overcosted at how many dice you get, and you sometimes miss, which does nothing. So like her real spender is weight train punch, which is good. Like obviously it's great, but like really I would like her spender to have some kind of utility on it. Kind of like how, like X-23 gets like a medium walk on her spender.
Yeah.
Something like that. Like She-Hulk can like walk short or something on the spender, or there's some like displacement on it, or who knows. So I would like her spender to be playable. I would like her to be 4 physical defense. And that's basically it.
It's kind of weird that she's the only Hulk without a Gamma Leap. I get it, she's got aggressive, I know. Because of the bodyguard, she's playing a totally different game. But either way, yeah, man, I agree with you, man. I played her, I haven't played her in a while, but watching you pilot her and have the success that you had with her is fantastic. But I played her a little. Actually, that's bullcrap. No, I played her with the Namor day when I was playing Namor last year. Man, I forgot all about that, bro. Anyway, I did. Wow, man, I'm tripping. She was good in Shield. She was fantastic in that list, man.
She is good in Shield. Yes.
Oh my God, in Shield, she's really cool, man. The whole. Yeah, no, I agree with you all the way, man. I mean, where would you put her? I mean, it's hard for me to gauge where she's.
I put her in B.
Like, yeah, I could say B tier. There's no way she's a C tier model. I don't.
No, I put her in B
at all. Yeah.
She kind of needs her leadership to function in most instances. If you play her in Shield, the cards make up for lack of leadership, in my experience. Like giving her Shield Mobile and Medpack and those sorts of things helps a lot. So, and I don't really ever see her played in Avengers.
Never.
Because Hulk's there. You just play Hulk. So, like,
yep.
Yeah. I don't know, Dean, do you have anything to add to She-Hulk?
Nope. I think you covered it well.
All right. Yeah, she's kind of my baby. All right. Dormammu. Another character I've played a lot of.
You have. Yeah.
I think Dorm is randomly... Dorm is good. He's definitely good, and he catches people. He is kind of like a functioning Magneto in that he can flex. Like you play him on the narrow stuff, like intrusion, meteors, stuff like that, and he can randomly just dice people. I'd say more often than not, he dices people if they're not ready for it or have some kind of squad to deal with him. And he's very low opportunity cost to slam in your list. So for that reason, I'm gonna put Dorm in B tier. I think he is a solid flex plan that has been underappreciated by the community, but slowly has been creeping up lately.
Yeah, I mean, I watched Curtis play Dormammu in the lunch meet stuff. That was pretty fun to watch. I was trying him out a little bit as a splash because I was trying to find something for APOC outside of what I have. just to plug some holes up or whatever. And I see the potential. I do love the whole Dormammu Weapon X thing. I think that is so cool to do. Basically, he's immortal. If anyone doesn't know what I'm talking about, you can bring him back to life with Dormammu. So you just basically let Weapon X go, kill, like charge, do whatever he's gonna do. Right? If he dies, it's like okay, cool. Then you just bring him back, and he's just being an asshole again. It's pretty cool. And with Zemo, of course, like insane. Like you just charge all day with him.
I'll add to that real quick.
man.
I've played a lot of both of them with Dorm, and I opt for Zemo. One, the reroll on Dorm helps a lot with Genius. Yep. Two, Weapon X is really fun. Like you charging and just like slaughtering something on the midline with like 7 Pierce and whatever is funny. But I find that Weapon X's injured side is terrible. And then secondly, Weapon X is awful at killing things that aren't on secures. And oftentimes your Dorm team needs to go hunt extract holders, and Zemo is just the god of that.
Yep.
And like if you ever have to Dark Resto your Zemo, you can like play Baron and just gain like bajillions of power and just like charge freaking Swordsman Spender immediately.
Yep.
So yeah, Zemo's the pick for me, but Weapon X is really fun.
Yeah, Weapon X is really fun with it. It's really cool. And then recently, I think I was mentioning, I was toying around with a weird list with Dormammu, with him and Mephisto, because I was after I watched the Riri Williams thing, Mephisto. Spoiler alert, guys! Mephisto got revealed. I just made a list with that, dude, and it's really funny doing the whole meet my associate constantly. And like, so there was this bubble that I had with him. It was Mephisto, Dorm, Luke Cage, and it was like. I just kept doing that over and over and over again. My opponent could never hit Dormammu. Or no, he kept hitting Dormammu, and he just kept getting pushed away. And then, like, Mephisto would get a turn. Like, dude, it's pretty funny. Like, if you have the threat level and want to try it, in a fun game, dude, try it. It's hilarious. It's funny, and your opponent will start tilting. It is one of the hardest bubbles they can get through. I'm telling you, dude, it's a hell of a drug. I won't recommend it competitively, but, like, in a casual game, dude, it is some funny stuff. I think there's some legs there. Yeah, no. I mean, yeah, I think he's aged okay over time. He was a dumpster fire for a while. When he first came out, no, right? Because he had the whole Doom Prophecy thing that you guys were cooking up. But yeah, since the Crisis change and like things have changed around a bit, he's come up a little bit. It's hard for me to gauge him in because like there are times he does feel underwhelming with his dice, and his power economy is.
He's very dicey. You can have games where dice don't work out and you lose.
And with how fast the game is going, it can be tough, right? So it's hard for me to gauge him. Because he is a leader. I would say B, and it's because I have to. I don't think he's anything below that right now. He used to be a D tier model for me. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, there was a point in time I thought he was the worst thing in the game. Not the worst thing in the game, but close to it. Yeah, I think right now, with how the game is shaped up, I think a B tier, I think. In my opinion. He has a place in the meta, on certain things. Like Fisk and, I think you were talking about Wedding Party, too.
He's good on Wedding Party. He's good on Intrusions.
Yeah.
Fisk.
Intrusions? Yeah, Fisk. Yeah. So, I don't know.
Dean, do you want to add to Dorm?
Yeah, I think Dorm's like one of the hardest models to evaluate because you can't divorce him from his leadership in any way. Like, you just play him. And I think that the fact that they got it right got it right for the game where he's a power leadership makes Dorm himself look maybe better than he is. I think if you took Dorm's leadership away, like as a model, he's not very good.
No.
He's a C tier model to me.
Yeah.
Dorm as a faction is different, and I think it's higher than that because he's a great plan B. He's a great enabler of some really strong things, and they can have synergy with him to boost his output. But I think Dorm to me is like he can't not be in faction, but I don't think he's a very good model itself when you start talking about consistency and things like that. But he can't be divorced from that, so I'd be really fine with anything B or C. I would lean C myself.
I think Dorm is a B. I think more people should probably be thinking about playing him. I think I like him definitely more than Magneto. That's for sure.
Well, that is true. He is,
Yeah, I do too.
I have played both of those in events in the last year, and Dorm feels way better than Magneto does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
D, next time you play Dorm, if you do, try the Mephisto thing. I'm telling you, dude, it's so funny. It's great. You might not win the game, but you'll have a wonderful time doing Meet My Associate with Dorm. It's great.
Okay. Yep. I'm in. I'm sold.
Deaton's a Mephisto enjoyer anyway, so
Yeah,
You don't-
dude,
you-
exactly.
you don't
That's
have
what.
to twist
Yes.
my arm.
Yo, just tell me what you think of it and be like, whoa.
Do love
Oh,
me some
man.
Mephisto.
Oh hell yeah.
okay. Hulkbuster. All right. So I came up with the idea that Sooner should play Hulkbuster at squad goals, and the one game on stream that he played Hulkbuster, he got absolutely slaughtered. So here's the thing. So that game, Sooner, like, he played against Schmid playing Midnight Suns, and Hulkbuster was there to be played with your own Hulk, with Hulkbuster leadership, just to specifically counter iHulk. And it actually turned out to be pretty good. So it scared Schmid enough that Schmid took his extracts with priority, which I would consider a win, because now you could just play X-Men and just chill. Sooner screwed up and played Hulkbuster still, so that was the mistake. But Hulkbuster did his job without even having to put him in the table, which is a massive win. That being said, he has some serious problems. His attacks are good. His problem is he's extremely fragile. Built to take it is not. It's just not, like, the timing is effed up. Like, it's just not easy to get value out of. Those are the biggest problems with Hulkbuster, I think. I'm trying to think. Maybe there's something else I'm not
For
remembering.
me, I will tell you this right now. I think his spender to me is a problem.
No, his spender's good.
Well, no. It reads well, but my issue is needing to deal damage to do the throw. That's my problem with it.
That's fair.
Like
yeah.
That's my issue. Everything else on it is good. It's just that requirement is a huge problem, because you can whiff. You cannot not. You know what I'm saying? There's an opportunity. There is a world where you don't do damage. I've done it. It's happened a lot. Where I need a medium punch, where I need to meteor punch someone, and I don't land a damage. I don't get the throw. I wish they would change that to a wild trigger, or just like everyone else.
It should probably just be automatic.
It's just automatic. That's what I was gonna get to. It should just probably just be automatic. Honestly, like that's Hulkbuster's job anyway, is to like deal with Hulks and like move them around and be a jerk to them and all that's to mitigate them. Right? That's what he's supposed to be doing. I think those are my two gripes with him too. Like the build to take it. You're right. You hit on that. I think that's an issue. And for me, it's the spender. I think everything else is cool. I love his gainer that he has, because it's consistent, right? Even if you don't do anything, it gains a power. It's really cool. And the push is always good. And yeah, I mean, that's it. I mean, where to place this guy, because he rarely gets played, dude. I'm gonna say C. I think he's a C tier character. I don't think he's B. I don't think he's A. Yeah,
He's pushed out by Hulk. There's just no question.
he's pushed up by Hulk. Yeah,
I
exactly. That's the issue.
wish
Yeah.
they tuned Hulkbuster to like counter Hulk harder. Like,
Yes.
make Hulkbuster extremely good at beating Hulk. Like, he could like give out root or something like that. He could shock people. He could be immune to being displaced, like Colossus is, kind of, right?
Right. Yes.
Like, he kind of can with Built to Take It, but like, you just get Hulk smashed and you get thrown, and then you kill your own models. Like, I know you're supposed to play his leadership, but like, I don't know. On the table, he's rough. He's another model I wish they would buff, because he looks so goddamn cool on the table, and so many people love his sculpt. Like, he has amazing sculpt, and just like making him an attractive pick just so like people play him is really good for the game. Yeah, I wish he was. I also just like, he's just so bad into iHulk, like so bad.
Yeah, it's really bad, and he shouldn't be, right? Because that's not what he's supposed
he
to
should
be.
not be. I'm trying to remember why. Yeah, it's because built to take it doesn't stop you from being thrown. So Hulk just throws you into your models constantly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It just feels so bad.
It's very silly. Mini guy is another thing too. Once mini guy comes out, it's just troll. Um, I'm at the point now, dude. Like, and I'm not trying to get too egregious with it, but like, I really wish he had another way to turn back into Hulkbuster. But I don't know what you do
I
to not
mean,
make it
he
broken.
does.
You know what I mean? I mean, he does, but he has 10 power, and you never get there. But that's you never really. It's over, right? It's like it never
I
happens.
mean, dude, I really don't think you could make summoning Hulkbuster from mini Hulkbuster like 5 power, and I don't think it would be broken.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I think you could do something like that. I think that'd be great. Like, why not? That'd be really cool. 10 power is just egregious, man. It's just like he's a non-factor, right? And I guess that's the point. Maybe he's supposed to be a non-factor, but I just think that's just not good. It's just terrible, you know? I don't know.
Yeah.
He's in a weird spot, man. 'Cause dude, I had so much fun painting this guy, bro. Like, I was one of the dudes that bought him from Poland early. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had him early, bro, and I was like, yo, this guy is so fun to put together and paint, man. I love my Hulkbuster paint job. It's just, damn, bro.
Like, I love the design space that he exists in, like, in theory. I love how his leadership is just, like, hard counter to Hulk and stuff like that. I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
His kit just needs to be better at beating Hulk, and it just isn't. I don't know, Dean, do you have anything you want to add to him?
Yeah, I mean, I've played quite a bit of Hulkbuster, and I think you guys are hitting a lot of the nail on the head. Him being able to stop himself from getting thrown would be incredible on attacks. I think the fact that a big way to just negate this guy is to start outside of range 3 of him feels really bad.
Yeah.
He doesn't have any of that mobility. So I think there's lots of things you could do, but I think incredibly niche, maybe the best model, like physical mini in the game, and you're never going to see him until someone is nerfed or buffed. So,
Yep.
Yeah, I think, like, even if you nerfed Hulk, he still would have issues.
yeah.
Yeah, agreed. Yes.
Both those, he, like, kind of needs to be tuned up, and Hulk needs to be tuned down, so. All right, I'm going to put him in the D tier because I don't think he functions, really. Like, Sooner and I found a use for him in, like, a hyper niche scenario that was super meta dependent in a team format. And even then, he wasn't like a perfect answer.
Yeah. I don't hate it. I mean, honestly, I was borderline there. I was like C or D. Like, he just doesn't do enough for me to move the needle.
Like, I think he's definitely worse than Magneto and Thanos for me.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Yes.
Yeah.
That I agree.
All right. I'm gonna put him in the bottom tier. Okay, Malekith. I've played a bunch of Malekith recently. I wanted to revisit him and see if he had any juice. The TLDR is that you have to work really hard to get value out of Malekith, and even then he sometimes lets you down. Like, I'm playing a 7th art model that has to try... I have to go through so many hoops for him to, like, actually hit something on round 1. Stuff like Loki space gem him forward, and then I beam something that is close enough, and then I can charge them. So, like, I need to play a 5-threat character that can move my Malekith, while also my opponent needs to opt into it slightly, and then I get 1 attack with no skull crits. So, like, it's still really dicey, like, whether I actually kill the thing. Whereas, like, Apoc just does this by himself with no help. And he could just pick the type on top of it, and has rerolls. So, and he's a point cheaper. So, I mean, I'm not upset that Malekith isn't played a lot. Like, it was very frustrating having to play against him all the freaking time. And he was very stupid for very long, but it definitely feels like something is missing with him. And I don't know what it is.
I almost wonder if they should... I hate to say this. I almost wonder if they should have kept the Pierce. I understand why they got rid of it. Because, I mean, one of the changes I wanted to see with him was the sizeless throw, and they got rid of that, which was a good thing. I think the sizeless throw was stupid. So that's check number one. I think they should just kept the Pierce. I think losing the Pierce was a little too much. And correct me if I'm wrong. I think his dice stayed the same, right? It's still 7, right? Or did they move it to 6?
His dice pools are all the same. The
all
only
the
thing
same.
he lost was the Pierce.
The Pierce.
No,
yeah. See, there you go.
Didn't he go from 7 to 6?
No,
he's a 7.
7 dice.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
It's 7 dice with nothing else on it. Like it's just a 7 dice builder with nothing.
Thor's the one that got. Okay.
Yeah, he's the one I got. Yeah, so I think that was the problem. I think that Pierce was huge, and it was bigger than we thought it was. Right. I mean, he could almost guarantee the throw on turn 1. It was just the issue. I think I don't think they fully understood what the issue with the throw was. The issue with the throw was that it was sizeless. That was the issue. It wasn't that he threw. It was just, dude, he could throw Dormammu. Like, that's insane. Like, stop it. So I think they need to put the Pierce. I'll be honest. They need to put the Pierce back, and leave the throw where it is now. And I think he might be more of a threat going forward, like if they were to do that.
So I'm gonna disagree.
But,
I don't want Malekith to do more damage. I think he's already pushing like the damage limit of the game, and things that like I said, APOC being able to just blast something on round 1, I think is stupid, and we'll talk about him in a minute.
Yeah, we will. Yeah,
but like I think they actually tuned Malekith appropriately in terms of his damage output and like his ability to interact with the game on round 1, because like Kaiju's dazing a model on round 1 is really stupid. Like it creates so many problems. And I honestly would like to see Malekith get one of his like defensive tech back. Like maybe he gets his hit, like taking away the hit points was maybe too much, or give him back like the no mods. He used to have that. Make him like specifically cool into like Daredevil or something like that. Shadowlands, or either Daredevil. I think that'd be cool to have some kind of like just counterattack in the game. But yeah, currently Malekith is missing something. He's overcosted for what he brings. Dean, do you want to say anything about him?
No, I think it's I really like the Magneto comparison, where it's just you have to work way too hard. But again, he belongs in the Thanos tier of see you later, nerd.
Yeah,
said you're gone.
Well, no.
So.
Yeah, it's like I can like play the rest of my MCP days without having to deal with Thanos and Malekith, but like if I'm being objective about characters existing in the game, then that's my feedback. I also just like Bifrost. I played a bunch of Bifrost and I had struggled to get value out of it. Like models, like if your opponent brings Rhino, Bifrost is horrible for you. Like your opponent's Rhino like takes a damage from the Bifrost and gets power from Ornery, and he just starts like annihilating your team. It's so bad.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's Malekith. He's in a rough spot. It feels a lot like when I was playing Magneto, where like I have to try so hard to win games that I otherwise wouldn't have to try that hard. So it's like, what am I doing?
Should he be dropped down a tier? Realistically, if he's actually in need of changes, put him in that tier. Like I don't.
No, I don't think so. No.
I was able to win games with Malekith. Here's another thing that's hurting Malekith is his faction is bad. He's missing a lot of pieces in his faction. Like, you basically have Zemo, and that everything else is like situational or bad.
Yep. Okay, I can buy that.
So, like, if AMG gave Cabal like good 4 threats and more 3, like another 3 threat and like a good 4 threat, he could be back on the menu. But he does have slight problems. Like I think he feels a lot like Magneto that way, where there's just like there's issues with him. But he doesn't like not function. Where it's like where I think Hulkbuster and Honey Badger just like don't.
Fair enough.
All right. Immortal Hulk. I despise this character.
Why does he have a throw on every attack? Why does he have a throw everywhere? Why is he in Midnight Suns? Why does he have like more than 20 health when he comes back and all this stuff? There's a lot going on with Immortal Hulk. He annoys the hell out of me to no end. If you notice, all the Hulks annoy me. It's hard for me to play. I'm just going to say I think, okay. I think Midnight Suns, Hulk, Immortal Hulk, and that's where they're all playing him. He's an S tier character. End of discussion. Like, he's not lower than that. Like, Siege of Darknessing and him getting an extra punch outside of what he just did is insane. One below all is crazy. On top of the bump, his threat pressure is way beyond regular Hulk's. Did I mention he throws on every attack that he does? Like, and throwing is very strong and probably the strongest thing to do in this game when it comes to damage. And I'm not even counting his terrain throw that he could also do. That's dude, he's an S tier model until he gets out of Midnight Suns. He's insane, dude. I'm sorry. Like, I know he's not splashed everywhere, but like his presence is that insane to me. It's annoying, and I really wish AMG would really take him out of Midnight Suns and like change him up a little bit and like just do some things and just I don't know. Like let me just stop. Go ahead.
All right, Deaton, go.
I mean, I agree. I think this is a weird case of a model being bolstered by, like, almost being made playable. Weirdly enough, is a hard word to use, but like outside of Midnight Suns, this is not fundamentally the same character. He's not good everywhere else, and he's probably broken in Midnight Suns. The big Siege of Darkness turn where he gets to do 2 attacks and a jump and another jump and a bump and then a siege. And it's like, what are we doing here? This is ridiculous. Obviously, it's a lot of threat to do all of that, but I think similarly to Chewie, it's like he's really hard to talk about because he is just S tier in that affiliation, but everywhere else he's fine. He's like a weird solid in faction, but solid isn't a hard enough word. He's top in faction. So
all right, I Hulk is going to go in B tier because he is played in one faction only.
Right.
I've played against him in Defenders, for example, and he is a shell of himself. But yeah, playing against him Midnight Suns is extremely frustrating. One, it doesn't even make lore sense. Like, he's not a Midnight Sun. In fact, he's literally has no faction. Like, he should be like Gladiator, where he's unaffiliated from a lore perspective. Secondly, I hate the interaction of one below bump to the midline round 1 because he just has this perfect amount of power to do it. So like the guy just takes like double turns always. And I hate that and then also patch up exists. So like you can't interact with him really ever. All you can do is have like weird tools to disable him and just pray that he doesn't dice you. And it's just a bad play experience. It's a bad play experience from both sides, honestly. Like, I know a lot of Midnight Suns players who get frustrated playing him because sometimes he just rolls bad. And then they're like, what am I doing? And then it's like, well, if he rolls good, then the game's trivialized. So, like, man, I think he's a miss on a lot of levels. Like, his patch-up interaction is bad. One below all is not appropriately costed. Putting like a Kaiju like that in Midnight Suns is questionable. I think his existence also edges out models that would be otherwise played like Werewolf or Ghost Rider or even Strange One, which I think would be cool. So yeah, I really hate this model. I hate his design. That being said, I think he's good in Midnight Suns.
And it's just I agree with the B tier thing and all that. It's just, man, him and Midnight Suns just it skews it. It's just anyway. Yeah.
Okay. I don't have much else to say about him other than I think he's just incredibly poorly designed. Okay. Cosmic Ghost Rider. So Cosmic Ghost Rider's nerfs were good. I think they hit him correctly. He feels like viable if the game slows down ever. He feels hard to play right now. I don't know. I don't have a ton to say about CGR. He kind of hinges on whether or not he gets Psychosis on round 2, like end of round 1. He needs to roll like 3 on it if you get 1 attack off.
Yep.
So like it's dicey. But I think it's a fine space for him to live in.
I agree. I think I'd put him in the C tier where he's edged out, and a lot of it's meta. And
Yeah, I agree.
Bring him back as sort of a
Yeah,
much more
that's fair.
offensively geared place, and he'd be fine if you were lining up and trying to kill things more often, because then you're shooting twice and whatever. So.
Yeah, I agree. There was a time he was the terror, but they hit him correctly, and he's cooled off. Man, that was not a good time to play this game when he was the dominant thing, dude. It was very, very miserable. But yeah, I agree there. I think it's a C-tier model right now, and just sitting, just waiting to see what happens with the game going forward with the Crisis and everything like that. And if Guardians,
yeah, he also like
again,
demons being gone like hurts him.
Mm-hmm.
So like, yeah, I don't know. He's in a rough spot, but like he does hit pretty hard. He just feels fair now. You know, he feels fair and correctly balanced, but the scenarios aren't advantageous towards him, so he lives in C.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't have much else to say about it.
I got it. Yeah. Neither do I.
Yeah. All right, Thor 2. So I did play this character after the nerfs, and so I was optimistic. When they nerfed him, I was like, these are all the correct nerfs, and I actually take back a little bit of that.
Yep.
I think the range 2 is correct. They should have kept 7 dice on him.
Yeah.
That is my only critique. The pounce needed to cost 4. The range needed to come down, and I think you keep 7 dice on the builder. Range 2, 6 dice is trash. He feels awful now, actually.
He punches like Shang.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, yes.
Yeah, that's how I felt about him when I played him after the nerf. I played him in a tournament, and I just didn't get a lot of value out of him. And lucky me, I get to play him when he's nerfed, not when he's super buffed. I was the guy trying to ruin his day at my locals versus trying to play him. And then when I got nerfed, I tried to prove a point that, he's still good. And no. He's living in Sadland now. And yeah, I agree. It should be 7 dice instead of 6. I think that's a little too much. But everything else, yeah. I don't miss. I mean, let me put it like this. I don't miss that he's gone at all. Like, I don't care that much. He is a cool looking model. I do enjoy playing Thor 5-star Thor over him. You know, honestly, it's the play experience or whatever. I'd rather play that Thor than this one because he just wasn't my style. Yeah, no. I don't hate that he's in next time, baby. I don't. He's never played.
I put him there.
He's never played.
I was going to ask you guys where you think he should be. I don't know. I played him and he feels terrible.
He doesn't feel great. I hated it. Played him the entire time.
So that is the appropriate home for
Okay.
the Odin.
Yeah, look, I mean, Thor 2 was extremely stupid. Like, LVO final was a giant meme. But, like, yeah, I don't know. It feels like, yeah. I'd rather they go overboard than not enough, which is fine. But, yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't feel great right now.
No.
All right. Move on to APOC. Oh, man, APOC is really freaking good right now, dude.
So...
This is weird though, right? Because you kind of have to play him in faction. He's like, I Hulk this way.
So in faction, I don't think he's an S tier model. I think he's an A tier model, like very high A, right? His dice can be very, very swingy. Granted, he does have the rerolls to fix it, but there are games he poops to bed. I mean, he has the option of famine hop and everything to move around and all that stuff. As a character, though, like, if you strip that down, granted, so, like, okay, if I have to strip him down and, like, I had to splash him, and I did splash him. I tried it. I was playing him in Convocation for a bit just to see what I can get out of him because Clea can move him around, right? And he wasn't very good. Let's just say this. He wasn't very good, and he's not, I will say this, he's not a very good character outside of the Horseman. He's not. He almost feels like a C tier character, I'll be honest with you. But I have to grade him as a horseman because you're not going to splash him. And
He's-
I will say that from using that as a parameter, I will put him in A tier. Using that as a parameter for now. But in general, not very good. But those are my takes on him, honestly. Like,
All right, Dean, let's talk about APOC.
I mean, if iHulk is B tier, then APOC is B tier. He's not better than
That's
iHulk
how I
in a
feel.
sense. I think that APOC as an affiliation is extremely strong.
yeah.
APOC, and we can talk about that when we talk about that, but I think as a model, he's weird because even in faction, it's mostly just comes down to does he one shot something early,
Yeah.
and what is your ability to interact with his horsemen. So, I think that he's B for me. He's very good as a horseman, but he's not really escaping that bound of this model is doing things that I find unapproachable or reasons to reach for him outside of that thing.
Yeah, I think we'll do like affiliation tier list. That'll be a more appropriate measure of him. But
Yeah,
I think
agree.
by our metrics for the characters, he has to live in B tier. That being said, I think APOC is one of the best things you could be doing in the game right now. He makes 3 threats incredibly lethal, and he's trivially can 7 dice touch something anywhere on the table round 1, and you randomly just high roll something and daze them, and you're just way ahead on somebody. Which is exactly what I was saying Malekith can't do and Magneto can't do on these things, which is I think is good, but APOC can. I think the more you play him, the better he gets. Like, the more skilled you are at using celestial tech, the crazier this character gets.
Oh, yeah.
The better you are at timing your recals, he gets better. Yeah, man, APOC is the real deal. Also, so something else. Maybe it's better to talk about it in the affiliate. I'm gonna talk about it now. He does have counterplay. he actually struggles against tall teams. Like if you have like a tall killer team, like a 4 wide or something, he definitely can just die to that. Problem is the game doesn't really let you play that team. So the game kind of forces everyone to play APOC's game, and he's just the best at it. Secondly, since we're talking about models, I think APOC is a tad overtuned, but I don't think it breaks the game. It's just really strong on the current Crisis set. If people could play narrow into him, I don't think it would need to be touched, but I do think giving the token, like a free token in the power phase, is a mistake. Like, the tokens are equivalent to power. Giving power in the power phase has always been a problem in this game. And I do think Famine should probably cost 3 power. Turning off APOC's ability to Famine round 1 without your opponent opting in through like giving you a war token or something, I think is good for the health of the game.
I think so too.
Because right now you get the free token, so you can Famine always.
Yep.
And then your Famine makes a token almost always round 1. So you're at 2 tokens plus power, so he can Famine and interact, or he can Famine and reroll anything on the table. So like I think that play pattern needs to get curbed.
It does, and I remember I think Dean, you're right next to me when after our first round of squad goals, and the guy was talking to me about APOC being like a kaiju. I think that's what his words were. I don't remember exactly what he said, but it was something similar to that. And I was like, hold on, bruh. Like it ain't like that. But I was telling him the same thing too. I was like, yeah, the problem is the Evo tokens, and it doesn't need to start round 1. Like it should be, like you said, cleanup phase or whatever. But the round 1 pressure is crazy. Yeah.
That being said, I do want to say that I think AMG absolutely nailed APOC. I think he is one of the, if not the best designed thing they've ever made in this game.
Yep.
So I give them.
He hits on every level, bro.
Yeah, I give them a lot of credit for that. All right. Anything else to add about APOC?
Nope.
Cool. Gladiator. I'm throwing this to Deaton. He's played a ton of Gladiator, and his favorite character, one of them.
I love me some definitely not Superman.
Oh my god.
So Gladiator's weird because he's Punisher-esque, where he doesn't have an affiliation, so his like bar to be played is different than everybody else's, similarly to Dorm's earlier. Um, so if you acknowledge that, like this model's a B tier model, if like he had affiliations, you'd be fine playing him in his home. He's got some really cool stuff he can do in a couple of different places. I think it's not the peak version of any of those things necessarily, but it's a good version of them. So like anywhere he can get power and bodyguards, like Black Bolt or Steve, he's good. Convocation, he's pretty cool. For some different reasons, he can bump out of range or bump into range and move around, and there's some interesting stuff you can do there. I will say that the Crisis set probably did touch Gladiator a little bit, where it's a little fast, and so you're really hoping his early lower dice attacks go well for him to have his sort of most impact. I think, ultimately, because he doesn't have affiliations, he's like a weirdly C tier. He exists in this C tier of he's just too expensive and not good enough at taking the game over in its current state. But I think, he's probably like a B tier power level, but a C tier in the current state of the game and with having no affiliations, which is sad, but you could definitely play Gladiator and be competitive. I just don't think he's optimal, and most of that does come down to splashing a 6 is hard if it's not able to do lots of things, and he doesn't really do lots of things. He does a single thing pretty good.
Yeah, I think C is probably fair for Gladiator.
Yeah, I think C tier. I've never been. I don't know. My local loves him, plays him all the time. I played him a few times myself, and I'm like, you're all right, man. When we first saw him, like, we were in a different landscape, right? The game was in a different state of play at that point. And, we were like, damn, this guy's going to really be like an A-tier model kicking everybody's ass, right? Like, this dude is like, but yeah, the game has changed. And like you were saying, Dean, he's a little too expensive for what he's doing right now. But he's still fun to play, though. Great looking model. Enjoyed playing him. I still think he could affect the game a little bit if you get rewarded with his dice, but it is what it is.
So he feels like a balanced kaiju.
Yeah.
Why? Because he has no affiliation, so he doesn't get any synergies that way. You can't just like randomly run into a situation where a crew of the Milano breaks Cosmic Ghost Rider. And then he incentivizes your opponent to attack him. Like, which I think is good. He doesn't really punish you for attacking him. In fact, he rewards you because he loses dice, and he doesn't spend power. He doesn't convert power into damage that well, especially when he's losing tokens. So it's not like attacking Thor 2, where Thor 2 explodes the world with 10 power.
Right.
So I think Gladiator, like Deaton calls him Hammers the model, and I think that's pretty accurate.
Hammers the model. That's a good one, bro. Hammers the model. Yo. Funny.
I think, yeah. That's where I'm at with Gladiator. I think he's fine. I think AMG did okay. Like, they designed him well for what he is. And yeah.
I really wish that Gladiator did not, like one change gripe that I will throw out. I really wish his confidence tokens were not any damage and were instead enemy effect, because it stops his ability to play scenarios as well, and things like bleed. Like bleed maybe isn't the best example, but certainly the scenario effects. My Madmen, I don't want to play him. Meteors, like things like that.
Fisk, yeah, feels rough.
Those things are very frustrating as Gladiator, especially like Fisk would be a place where he's reasonably good, because everybody's bunched up, and so that's just. I wish that changed. I wish that hadn't come out that way. I wish that was changed, but ultimately, I've had a lot of fun playing Gladiator. So
the reality is that Fisk is a terribly designed scenario and should be gone. So whatever.
Well, I agree.
Okay, King Black Bolt. Man, King Black Bolt. He's not played in his own factions.
I think honestly, man, I played against him a few times. He's okay. He hasn't really done anything to wow me. I did lose a game to him once, but that was my mistake. I made a lot of bad choices in that game I shouldn't have made. But like not going for scenario, things like that, and whatever. I think it's just a C tier mod. Honestly, I don't think he's not bad enough to be D. Like he does have action economy, right? He does have some control. He does have DR, right? I think if I remember correctly, he does gain up extra power for the turn, right?
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, yeah. Also, he does have the he can move a character, advance them small, right?
Yeah, he has 2-power Field Leader, which is like always online.
Yeah, it's always online. Yeah.
Strip stagger off of himself at the beginning of the round. Like he
His
is
cool things.
He's not bad. He's just not great either.
Correct. Yeah. It's just and the problem he has an affiliation problem where no one loves him. That's
and like he's in one faction, and in his own faction, the other version of himself is insane.
Yeah, correct.
So like
for a threat less, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the world he lives in. I will say this: if you put another character with his kit and you do another affiliation, I think this guy would be like B to A. I think, in my opinion.
King Black Bolt would be insane on Map E. Like if demons still existed, he would be crazy.
Yeah.
Like if you just played this guy with Dynamo, it would be like the dumbest.
Oh my god! Yeah, it really would be, right? But no, I think he's really good, man. It's just like you said. I mean, just you're never gonna play him in Inhumans. I'm sorry, it's just not gonna happen. Because you have better things to do, right? So.
Yep.
Is that it? That's all we got from King Black Bolt?
That's all I got.
Yeah. That's serious. Yeah,
seriously.
He feels very okay.
Yeah.
I don't think there's. I also don't think there's been a lot of like his table time is low as a release because of the fact that other Black Bolt exists, and so like the best thing this guy does is act as a proxy model. Like that's his biggest use right now. So I think if you ever again Crisis changes. Another round of changes for old Black Bolt. Like you could see this guy get played, but people just aren't. There's no need to look for what this guy can do for the most part. Because I think there's a lot of good stuff on his card. Actually, he's just definitely outshone by.
Well, basically, nothing on his card is bad.
The first of his name.
Yeah, nothing on his card is bad. He just like doesn't really fix any problems that you're looking to fix.
Right. Yeah.
So. Mm-hmm. Okay, we're gonna move on to Phoenix, and I'm having similar feelings of when I started getting really getting a lot of anxiety about Cyclops. Right now,
he's building it. Oh, I can feel it, man.
Like I can feel the rage seething again. Like I did with Cyclops.
Go ahead, go for it.
That's good because that's what she does.
That's good. No, this is we want to.
Yeah,
people want to know that you care, Mike.
I'm literally self-destructing as the Phoenix Force right now.
I'm looking at my beautifully painted Phoenix model right now, and I'm getting angrier too by the minute. Actually, I did a really good job painting my model. This is the most work I put into paint in a very long time. So go ahead, Mike.
So let's start with the positives of Phoenix. It'll be quick. Her sculpt is gorgeous. Everything about her sculpts are gorgeous. Just absolutely beautiful. The art team nailed it. Patrick Brown with the character art crushed it. Worlds card, gorgeous. Awesome. And then the only other good thing about Phoenix, her heal. Her heal is amazing. It is absolutely amazing. Like it's once per character. She could use it on herself. It removes a condition. Like there are games where you could just like heal 4 characters and feels amazing in an activation. So all right, that's all that's good about Phoenix.
Is her throw good? Her throw seems good.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, fair. Her throw is good. She has a slightly better version of Bill's throw. The problem is she's freaking slow, so she can never use it really. Because this is not a character that wants to be double walk throw.
Sure.
Like She-Hulk and Bill can do stuff like that.
Right.
Phoenix does not do that very well. Okay. So, yes, the throw is fine. And I guess there's one small other thing. Her like 3-power shield mind is cool. It's like slightly better than Jean or Emma's shield mind. I forget why exactly. It has like one other thing that it can do.
This one says advanced, placed, or pushed.
Right, so it stops push.
It stops
no. Shield Mind stops place too, because you would use it to stop Thanos.
Yep. So it's
at least I think.
The push.
Yeah, because you could Shield Mind Red Skull Scalpel. So yeah. No, it stops pushes too. So like, you get pushed by like an Iron Man be like attack, you could stop that, right? So that stuff's cool. I do think 3 power is still.
Hold on 1 second. It is. I looked up Emma's. So it's all enemy effects instead of enemy attack or superpower. So Phoenix stops all enemy effects. So leaderships, you could stop ASM leadership. But it is range 3 instead of 4.
Yeah, it's range 3, it costs more, and you can't use it on yourself. Like Phoenix can't use it on herself.
Correct.
Which is very weird.
So honestly, I think it's overcosted. She should be able to use it on herself, especially since she's a turret. But the fact that it could stop pushes is cute. All right.
Well, so can Emma's. You can stop pushes.
What? Oh, Emma stops all 3 of them too?
Yeah, they both stop all 3. The differences are the range, the source, and the fact that the cost.
Oh, okay. No, I have nothing good to say about this then. Never mind. I'm misremembering Emma. No, okay. Burning Resolve is bad. It's nerfed for no reason because the Phoenix costs 6. It should be equivalent to or better. Okay, nope, that's terrible. All right, so we're back to the heal and her art and the art department and the throw. So the last thing I'll say about Phoenix that's good is I like where their high level design of her was. So like, Will Schick talked on the fan server briefly about her, and he's like, Phoenix is this character where she has like this allure of like great power, but it's volatile, so like it can blow up in your face. You could see that they attempted that in the design. The problem is just like the power, like the payoff is not there at all. Like she basically blows up in your face without giving you like the great power of what she promises. So to get into the details of that, her attacks are bad on both cards. So like Bolts of Flame is a range 3 6 dice attack, should be range 4 at a minimum. Like Jean has a range 4 attack, Emma has a range 4 attack. Who else has Scarlet Witch has range? Like all these 5 turret characters from the last episode all have range 4 6 dice attacks. So like I don't know why Phoenix is range 3. Phoenix's AoE spender is not good if she finds herself on power. Like it doesn't convert power to damage. Like it's equivalent dice as her builder. It's actually just the same as her builder, except it's AoE and heals 1. And it costs 6 for some reason.
I don't know why.
On a character that could literally spend 6 power and heal like your freaking team. So like I don't know what world this spender's ever used. And that would get into like the Phoenix token mechanic, which is so frustrating, bro. Like,
can I interrupt for a second? On the spender, because what's really funny about this is you can just kill your own models with this. Like, you may remove damage instead. So it's like sometimes you just like you're gonna take.
If you do, yeah.
Okay. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I guess on the case where you want to get tokens or something like that.
Or you can flip priority if you wanted to.
Yeah, whatever, dude. It's a meme. Okay, so the Phoenix tokens, like, you don't have a way to interact with them at all. Like, none of the cards really, none of her tactics cards, well, her tactics cards are just a hot mess. None of them really do anything.
And like this character, you don't have any agency over flipping her, which is cool if the payoff was better. But so like I guess I don't really have much issue with her flipping off of the normal form if Unleashed form was better. So I guess we'll talk about Unleashed now. Well, I guess do you guys have anything to say about normal form Phoenix before I move on?
So I played her a bit on normal form. I prefer her normal form over the Unleashed side. Like you said, the healing is absolutely fantastic. It's amazing. Her attacks suck ass. They're not very good at all. I never got any mileage out of them ever. The throw, I don't want to be within range to throw anyone. Just because, I mean, I just it's cool. It's good. I'm not saying it's bad. I just don't think that's how she is supposed to function. Honestly. But healing people is a hell of a drug, and doing it in Xavier is really cool. I did it in Xavier; it was fantastic. But like outside of that, you nailed it. Honestly, there's nothing more to say about her on her health on this side.
Dean, you want to say anything about Healthy Side Phoenix?
No, I've never actually even looked at my physical copy of the card.
All right. Okay. Now let's get into the giant mess that is Phoenix Unleashed. So, Phoenix Unleashed. So let's say she has so she kills herself at 5 tokens, and her 0 cost attack makes a token. If you opt to do the rerolls, you make another token. So let's say you flipped at 3 tokens from your models dying. So you just making a builder and doing a reroll already puts her in the death zone. This character also can't make power at all, unless you have a leadership or something that gives her power. She makes extra power in the power phase for tokens, but if she flips in the middle of the round, you don't get that. So if you flip at an inopportune time and you don't have a way to beam people, you're just dead. And then now let's talk about the beam. So the beam essentially says remove a token for each person hit, whether you kill them or not. Now, it's a 8 dice beam 4 that you, in theory, can measure from the Phoenix construct that you make with the first attack. The problem is this attack costs 6 for an 8 dice attack. The math is awful here. An 8 dice beam for 6 is extremely overcosted. For God's sake, Whisper costs 6 and is a freaking 10 dice reroll 1 with stagger, blows up terrain,
Does cool
stuns.
things. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I understand that Whisper is an insane ability, but Phoenix costs 1 more. She's also Phoenix. So the reason it costs 6 is because they don't want you to use it twice, because they don't want you to just drop all of your tokens.
Right.
So it just it has to cost 6. But if it has to cost 6, the dice pool is a joke. So it makes me think that there was playtest games where the 8 dice beam spiked and then she exploded and spiked the explosion and that everything died. So that can happen.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just a giant meme of a game. What even is that? That's an ultimate encounter.
That's an ultimate encounter. Exactly. 100%, you nailed it. It is an ultimate encounter, and it shouldn't be. Go ahead. Keep going.
Yeah, it's yeah. And then there's another thing I really bugs me about Phoenix Unleashed is she's size 4. This character should be size 5. I swear to God, getting chucked by Bill and ignored is extremely dumb.
It's very stupid. Yeah.
So
I'm sorry. Yeah.
And here's the thing. I think Phoenix Unleashed could exist as she is if you made. So I'm gonna get into the text cards. If you made White Hot Room not make you wait around. If White Hot Room brought her back the next round, and you're incentivized then to explode her, you're no problem. I flipped. I'm just gonna double Phoenix Blast, freaking do the rerolls, explode with 7 freaking tokens, and then I bring her back the next round. I mean, she's friendly firing your own models, right?
Yeah, she is. She's friendly firing your own models. Yes.
Maybe you just make the explosion crit wild then, right? So it does maybe less damage, but That way you're incentivized to like play through the story arc of Phoenix blowing up and her coming back through the White Hot Room. That sounds way more thematic to me than I'm trying to like game the system to never flip by playing a tall list, which is like not what X-Men do. And then like, oh god, she's such a mess, dude.
Yeah, she's a huge miss, man. And the perfect example. So I played her one night, and I think I DM'd everyone, and I was like, dude, I feel like I'm in a Looney Tunes cartoon, and I'm Wile E. Coyote, and I just blew myself up. Trying to light an Acme rocket. That doesn't work. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to catch the Roadrunner with this stupid rocket that Acme made, and it's just always going to blow up in my face no matter what. Like, even though I know that, I still played her, right? And, like... Dude, like, the math wasn't mathing. Like, it got to a point. So let me give you my niche situation that happened. It wasn't. You'll never play her on a D map. We just wanted to field her. Okay, so just bear with me here. Like, we were playing on Extremis. It was a weird game. It was 17 or whatever. We just wanted to field her. Like, that's it, right? And I transformed with like 3 or 4 tokens. I can't remember the exact number. But the problem was when I transformed, I was within range of no one to attack. I didn't have enough power to spend her. And I had to use the builder. So let's say if I'm at 4 Phoenix tokens, right? I'm at 4. And I had to move, shoot, destroy a terrain feature, gain a token. Okay, I have to. Now I'm at 5. Okay, I'm at 5. I have to. My attack has to hit so I don't blow myself up. Okay, I did the attack. It whiffed. So I had to do the rerolls. That gave me another token. So now I'm at 6. Okay? I killed the character. But the problem was I'm at 5 tokens and I exploded. and then my explosion did nothing on top of that. So it killed no one. Didn't even kill my own characters, by the way. Like, it did nothing impressive. Blew up some terrain features. And I just sat there and me and my opponent were like, what just happened? And I was like, I wish you could tell me. I don't know. I just feel underwhelmed by by everything that just happened. And there was no way for me to play around that at all. Right? There was no way. Right? I really hate that she can gain tokens after the fact. Like, even if she's dazed or whatever. It's another thing. You can just keep stacking them. And then, like, they don't go down when she transforms or something. Like, they don't, like, at least subtract 2 or something. So I don't run into this situation again because I want to get a full activation out of her before she dies. No action economy. She can't transport outside of her place 2 after she transforms. It just doesn't feel like she's worth anything at that point. For such a cool-looking model, like, it just feels like a big, giant joke. Like, it's a joke, right? Like, it's just, I don't feel like she's Phoenix in that form. That being said, I wish, I never want to transform. I just want to be on her healthy side the entire time, but that's impossible, right? The game we're playing in, that's almost nearly impossible to do, right? Like, characters are going to get
I have played her with, like, Magneto and, like, even King Black Bolt and Cyclops, and, like, she definitely, I was able to keep her in the normal form basically indefinitely.
Okay.
The problem is like, but even that, who cares? Like, who
cares? Exactly.
She's like bad Scarlet Witch.
Right. And I did play her a second time. I gave her another shot again. I did a better job. We played a better game. The first game was kind of a meme, right? Let's just be honest. That was a niche situation. We just wanted to play her. Second game was on Intrusions. I played her with Charles again. She did perform a little bit better, but again, during her activations, I was towing that line, right? It was literally like, okay, I'm at 3 tokens, don't get to 5, and luckily it didn't happen, and she performed exceptionally well, but it was still very nerve-wracking, and if I screw up any of her attacks, like any one of them, I literally lose the game just because she explodes, and I just lose. Yep. And it's like I walk away like, okay, that's stupid. Like I tried to play as best I can and try to play around this whole stupid Phoenix token mechanic that we got going on here. And like I tried and it still bit me in the ass. And it's like Yeah, I just think they need to rework some of the math, man. Like me personally, like if there's one thing I just want done, if we could just do this as a starting point, like when she flips, can we just subtract like 2 tokens or something, or 1, so that way I could start off like, okay, now I can build a game plan to like, okay.
Well, the problem is
You
that
know,
it,
like,
it
they
all
get there,
depends on
like-
when she flips, and you don't have control over it.
That too,
Because
yeah, it's another one.
if you are able to get a power phase, you want a bunch of tokens because you get power for them.
Oh sure.
The problem is when
yes.
she like flips mid activation with a bunch of tokens and like no power, she just dies.
dice. Yeah, that's another one. Yeah. So, yeah, man.
Look at this.
I'm,
I have this. There's a story that's really funny that listeners need to hear that Justin said in our Discord today. Here, verbatim, I'm going to read it. I played against someone yesterday, and I dazed 3 of his models by the middle of round 2, and Phoenix was forced to activate with 3 tokens, and she didn't one-shot the first person she hit, so she had to pass so she could get to power phase to beam, and then I just threw her into the corner and walked away, and she died.
I'm sorry to laugh, but that sounds pathetic. That
Yeah,
sounds pathetic. It's pathetic. Like she doesn't deserve that, bro. Like
The fact,
that's pissing me off.
ignore the fact that Justin was able to throw her into the corner, which, like I said, she should be size 5, but ignore that fact. The fact that she literally had to just stand there and do nothing because the alternative is dying.
It's dying. Exactly. You die.
Makes no sense.
Yeah, man. I'm very sad about Phoenix, man. And man, we haven't got where we're gonna place her yet. I'm putting her in D.
Have you played Phoenix at all, Deaton? Do you have anything to say about this character?
No, I just laugh at people on Discord.
He laughs at our pain.
I watch everyone the back
He's a
and
D
forth,
tier
and it's
character,
great.
man. I'm sorry. Like, it's
Yeah,
just-
I have to put Phoenix in the D tier because she literally has nothing good on her card except for the heal and the throw. And you're actively fighting against her killing you on top of it.
Yeah.
So,
And it sucks, man, because she doesn't deserve that, dude. Like, she doesn't. Granted, here's the thing. I don't think it's easy to design a model like this. I've never designed a character in my life, right? But I can imagine how many iterations or how long it took to develop this kind of character, because I could see the difficulties here, right? Like, but now with that being said, hopefully with her being out and seeing her issues play out live, that maybe AMG in the future, maybe 3 or 4 years from now, who knows when, maybe they'll come back to the table and revisit some of these things and help her out a little bit. I don't want it to be 3 or 4 years, but the thing is, like, we don't know if she's going to get repacked, right? We have no idea, right?
yeah, she just
don't
came
know.
out. So
She just came out, right.
intents and purposes, this is what she is for the foreseeable
This is
future.
what she is, right? So hopefully they're in a think tank, right? And maybe a couple years, hey, I got this idea. Let's revisit her, right? And let's make these little minor tweaks, and then she'll be a force on the table that we feel like she should be. I don't want her to be broken, but I want her to not be this. This is a joke. Like, this is literally somebody's ha-ha moment out of a comic book that they wanted to live out on a table. And it's like, come on, bro. Like, I get it, but it's not funny for this kind of character. You know what I mean? It's not. There are people who literally like this character and don't want her to be this. They want her to be effective in helping them out win games, right? So like that's me. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah, she feels like she's like chaotic. She's like chaotic on the D&D alignment chart, where like if you care about the outcome of your game in any way, like she's just not the model for you. And I would argue that that's most people, even if they say that they don't. There's a very, very small amount of people that don't care about the outcome of their game. And also, like, my LGS bought a lot of Phoenixes because she's X-Men, she's a gorgeous sculpt. Like, why wouldn't she sell a bunch? Turns out there's like 2/3 of the boxes are still on the shelf, and I feel really bad.
Yeah.
Because people just like, why would I want to play her, right? Like, it just blows up in my face.
Yeah, it's like, it's not a fun. I mean, that can't be a fun experience when you're just playing a game casually. You just beat yourself. Like, you just, that happened? Okay. Oh, GG, man. Have a good night.
Yeah, like it's like it's
Like,
funny the first time. Like, it's funny. Like, if you're like a true casual gamer, you don't care about the outcome. You're like, I'm gonna play Phoenix, and then she blows up in my face and I lose. Haha, that was hilarious. Like I
It's
get
hilarious.
it, and then you just never play her again. So like, yeah, I don't know, man.
That's a sad state of
I
affairs.
do want to say, like you said, I think AMG has a lot of good ideas here that are not executed well. I see where they were going. It's just not cooked enough.
Yeah, agreed.
So
Track record with token models isn't great. Is the
No.
answer.
it is not.
No, it really isn't. No.
So
All right. Well, that was my tier list finale with Phoenix.
we should have done those inverted or something, because that is a. I'm like weirdly amped up and depressed at the same time.
Oh no, dude, that's funny. Yeah, it's a sad way to end it, but we had to, man. It's
I mean, I think the reality is that I do think the community disappointment on this model is showing through. I don't think this is just the three of us or the two of you. While I laugh, lamenting this character, I've seen a lot of the talk around her is it's that, well, maybe she's playable in this scenario, or I could maybe make her work. And then lots of people are like, no, she's garbage, and that's not the place you want to see the conversation band exist in. So
right.
Yeah, she just add her to the pile of X-Men that are just like weird designs. Like they have weird mechanics that hinder you, that are frustrating to play around. They like don't the player experience is poor. So I don't know, man. The X-Men just keep getting spam buffed in every balance pass.
They really do. All right, isn't it ironic?
Yeah. So, Colossus got buffed twice, and now he is a good model in faction.
Yeah,
So,
he's
like,
actually good.
He's not even Splash still. So it's okay. I promise it's okay to give X-Men cool things.
Agreed.
Okay.
hey, you guys had Voodoo once upon a time.
What about Voodoo?
X-Men had Voodoo for a while there before Storm got nerfed. He was hopping all over the place.
Oh yeah,
What?
true.
You had
Yeah.
X-Men Red. You had Red Skull hopping around.
X-Men
Yeah.
Red.
Neither of those are
Remember
X-Men, but let's ignore that.
that. Exactly.
Yeah, Xavier's dream of Nazis. Yeah, seems good.
Man, that list never really took off, huh? Yeah. That's so funny, dude. Hilarious.
Okay. I think that'll wrap us up. Something I always forget to say. If you want to join the Discord, it exists in the show notes of every episode. We're friendly. There's been a lot of talk lately about the tier lists. People feel very convicted about certain models, and that's cool. We're happy to chat. And with that, yeah, I'll defend us, but I'm happy to hear your opinion.
Yeah.
This is not actually the last tier list. The next one will be affiliations, and that will be the true last one.
Yeah. That's going to be fun. That's going to be spicy.
It's just going to be me trying to fight off you guys telling me why Web Warriors aren't actually S tier.
I mean, their win rate says they're S tier.
Their win rate does say that.
Not since the start of June, it doesn't.
Oh, okay. I haven't looked recently.
Oh my goodness.
All right, listeners. Thank you for listening, and we will see you next time. Goodbye.